guys, welcome to or welcome back to Exposed, and if I'm welcoming you back and you like it here, I'd love it if you stayed and subbed. I'm trying to go backwards, but Lisa's making sure I'm not. LA YouTube conference vlog luxury hall Rodeo Drive. I dread to think what she bought on this trip. Shall we jump in?
Hey guys, okay, I didn't even know I had push.
Sorry.
Hey guys, okay, I didn't even know I had push record, but let's go. Okay, today I'm going to just share with you my trip to Los Angeles. I just went last week to a YouTube shopping seminar or conference. And what that is down below when I link the products, along with the links that you've always been able to use to find the products, YouTube shopping.
Along with the links that you've always been able to use to give me a kickback,
has made it where they list the photos. So you can just click on that photo and purchase anything that you see. And I do get a very, very small part of it. So that...
Oh! Hold the front page. You're actually admitting to getting a kickback now, are you? And it's not a teeny tiny little thing either, Lisa, is it? Tell the fucking truth. Oh no, you can't, can you? You're allergic to the fucking truth. Ooh. How far in are we? Seconds. 36 seconds.
That is what the conference was about. I had never been there. I've been to LA several times, probably 5 times, but of course I'd never been to Marina del Rey that I know of. And that is where we stayed at the Ritz-Carlton. And then we went to the big Google YouTube headquarters, which was so amazing. And I'm not even, I'm not geeky with stuff like that. Takes a lot to like really shake me up. Takes a good faux fur or something like that. But it was just the best trip. It was really, really nice. So I'm going to do it just like I always do. Thank goodness I have these photos. And I'm just going to take you through where I went, what I wore, what I ate as a carnivore, and what we did, and who I saw, and all of that good stuff. Okay, and let's do this before I forget. My lip combo today is from a video that I did yesterday that you will have probably already seen. I have done a video every day since I've been back. I did one for my YouTube membership, which you can hit the join button down below if you'd like to join that. And then there's a link further down if you don't see the join button. That is where I do more live. I've been doing a live video every week and we just talk, and it's a little bit more of a private, intimate forum where I feel like I can.
Hang on, my mouse is going wild and clicking things that I'm not clicking. Sorry.
I have done a video every day since I've been back. I did one for my YouTube membership, which you can hit the join button down below if you'd like to join that. And then there's a link further down if you don't see the join button. That is where I do more live. I've been doing a live video every week and we just talk, and it's a little bit more of a private, intimate forum.
No, I just talk. You don't interact with the people that are there on your live at all. Every so often you look over and you go, and that's it.
Where I feel like I can just open up a little bit more and we can talk about things that really aren't as popular here on my channel. So I did that video. I've done my Walmart unboxing, which was so good. If you haven't seen that, the Walmart and Target unboxing, those long faux furs from Walmart are so good. They're not too heavy. And I'm just really excited about those, both colors. And then yesterday I did a Nordstrom beauty collab and I had ordered...
Are you going to just reel through all the videos you've made this week? They're up. We can see them. You don't need to tell us.
So much stuff. And so I tried to use some of it today. And my lip combo is... Actually, let me go ahead and say this too. The candles, oh my gosh, 2 thumbs up. The hand cream, but the MAC advent calendar was full of really, really good stuff. A great gift It's kind of expensive if you were to give it just all to someone, but if you do have like a makeup lover in your life, it would be a good gift. But the things in it were really good, and this is some of them. So it's Whirl Lip Liner, which is a classic Kylie Jenner, makes your lips look huge. Remember when this was sold out everywhere? And then it's the classic Velvet Teddy. And then I put this gloss over it, which I had forgotten about. I remember reading that Lisa Rinna uses this gloss. It's called Spite, and it's a kind of a cooler tone nude. So that is my lip combo, because I will forget by the time I get this video back from the editor.
Look, 3.5 minutes. Will you please just get on with it?
Okay, another thing, housekeeping here. I've got on my new Erin Fader wolf ring, and I always call myself a lone wolf because I really like, ooh, she sent me a lot back. I asked her how this was different. I really like being alone. And so that's why this is like extra significant to me. Okay, quality is most important to us, and creating heirloom style pieces that will last longer and longer in your collection. So we improved the design of the ring. Now it's one entire piece. The wolf head is slightly larger and carved into the ring rather than being a separate piece from the band. The plating is now a heavy 14 karat gold plating, which is water resistant, shinier, and will last longer in your collection. The ring is available in rhodium over sterling silver plating as well, and both colors are available in 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. She said, I hope this helps. It really did. Okay, so here is, I can see exactly.
Are you going to write back and say thank you?
I knew when I pulled it out, it was bigger, and I love that. And sounds like it's better made. So you guys know how old mine is. So here is the new one, and the ultimate cool girl gift. The ultimate gift for someone who is not trendy, but on trend and current and likes edgy things. They will love this. Yeah, you can totally see like the difference inside, how this is one piece. And I think the wolf is a little bit, he's different. He's got a little bit of a longer nose. Yeah, he's really cool. I really like this. I really do. I take this on every out-of-town trip because it's just, I like it. Okay, we planned this trip a while ago. Matter of fact, when I went
5.5 minutes. Can we get our wriggle on?
to New York to the Nordstrom anniversary sale, I met Tara, I'll put a picture of her up here, at the Nordstrom anniversary sale, and she was telling me that YouTube Shopping Holiday House was going to be such a great big event, that is an event that she would love to see me and see me go to. So I believe right around then, we had to wait a few months, and then we got the invitation. And so I signed up for it immediately. Marnie, Miss Gold Girl, had already been to an event there, so she knew the hotel that was a really good one to stay. So that's why we stayed at the Ritz-Carlton. It really reminded me of the O Palm in Palm Beach. It was kind of like that vibe. And so what else was I going to say? Oh, this is very similar to the event that I went to in New York for Fashion Week, but on a much, much, much bigger scale. Just not saying that I won't go to that one again if they have it next year, because I love New York, but that's what it was like. So the day...
What would be the point of you going back when you didn't fucking stay when you went then? You got your goodie bag and you ran. I don't think you should be invited to any fucking YouTube thing.
That we left, let's see, here is my flying outfit, and I'm wearing a Zara like velvety cropped blazer with I believe that t-shirt is from James Purse, some Zara jeans, my Chanel belt, and my Gucci sneakers, my Chanel Duville tote large, and somebody have to tell me down below how you pronounce that. Is it Base? BEIS luggage. And I did take 2 large suitcases, even though we were only staying 2 nights, because that is the first thing that they told us. They put it in our email. They told us bring an extra suitcase, that there was going to be a lot of PR. So I took 2 big suitcases. And then, oh gosh, and did I say my Gucci sneakers? Yes. very comfortable, loved it. I wore my favorite socks, which are the Bombas little.
My favourite socks. You never wore socks until 5 seconds ago, and now you have favourite socks. She would try the patience of a saint.
Short socks. I need to order some more of those. And I always take my J. Crew cashmere wrap. You guys, best gift ever. Just go ahead and, a lot of times they're on sale. Get the large one. If you get the smaller wrap, it's more like a scarf, which there's nothing wrong with that. It's still nice, but this wrap is one of my all-time most used products. I sleep with it every night, kind of like a throw blanket. I love it. So I took that on the plane, and here's me with my Diet Coke. And I think the reason I took this is I love those headphones, the Apple headphones that are noise canceling. The ones I had before, okay, I don't like earbuds. They drive me nuts. They make my ears hurt. I had the ones before that were really nice. I gave them to Brooke. Oh, I can't remember. If I remember, I will list them underneath this. And they were nice, but for some reason, they hurt my head right here. They would just like eventually just start killing my head. Whereas these, you will see, that must be something with many people, because you'll see how these are softer on the top. Okay, I did some downloads to listen to on the flight, because we left here I got to the airport at.
Is anyone else bored rigid yet? Because I am. Lisa, you really need to get some girlfriends to talk to, so we don't have to know the ins and outs of a fucking duck's ass.
5. We left here, I believe, at 6:30 or so, and I had to fly to Atlanta, and then it was straight from Atlanta to LA. And if you're new here, I live in Wilmington, North Carolina. So we were leaving out of IM. Sorry, I can't talk today. And it was dark when we took off. I love night flying. I think it's so peaceful. I love the lights. I love a cityscape anyway. So we took off. So it was just a regular plane. Then I get to Atlanta Airport.
What were you expecting? Giraffe? Fucking Dumbo? It was just a regular plane. Oh, are you expecting to go in a private jet now? Is that what you're hinting at?
And I'm on the plane train, going down all the escalators. If you're familiar with Atlanta, you always have to go to a different concourse, and I had to go so far. I don't think I've ever been to concourse F. It was the last one. It took me forever to get there. I was somewhat freaking out. And for the first time ever, I was the person running in the airport. Like when I see people doing that, I'm thinking, is it really that big of a deal? Are you really running that late? I was just, going as fast as I could. And then I heard them say, last call for my flight in Los Angeles. And I was like, oh my gosh, I am going to miss my flight. So I had to run. My chest was burning. I am so out of shape. I got there and she knew exactly. She said, you must have come from a C concourse or A concourse or something. And I was like, yes. I said, oh my gosh. And so I got on the plane, and you guys, I have never been on a plane this big. Now, a long, long time ago, I think it was our official honeymoon, John and I went to Hawaii. We went to Oahu and Maui. And that was a big plane, but we weren't flying first class. And I'll never forget, we were on the flight with a school band. And it was like a comedy skit. So I got on the plane.
Oh, you're flying first class, are you? Why didn't I know that already?
And on those great big planes, you board in the middle. And so I was all out of sorts, and she points me up this way. You guys, on the plane train, let me show you this girl's outfit. Green, she had on an army green jumpsuit with a tan blazer and red Converse. Dynamite outfit. I'm always looking for us.
Why are you taking photographs of strangers?
Okay, and before I got on I think it was before I got on. Yes, I think I thought I had a lot of time because
I think fucking 11 minutes and you haven't even fucking got there yet. I can't believe this fucking woman. Talk about make a mountain out of a molehill. Just get on with it.
I stopped at Boar's Head and got some
Oh,
roast
right, well, you wouldn't have been late then if you weren't fannying about buying food.
beef and Havarti cheese. Now, because I'm carnivore, I didn't want anything they were going to have on the food service from here to Atlanta. They served breakfast and they didn't have like eggs or anything, and they did not offer a charcuterie tray. So I did stop at Boar's Head. I forgot about that. And got my roast beef. And then here I am getting on the flight, and I was like, oh my gosh, I have never seen a plane this big. You guys, I have never been on a plane where I could just stretch out, get cozy with it, and sleep. Here is the thing. Okay, here's my roast beef. Here's the thing. Okay, so I got settled in my little area here. You can see I have like a little footrest, and I went ahead and got out my lunch and ate it because, of course, I wanted to eat it while it was cold. And oh my gosh, you guys. Okay, I had a guy beside me and he started snoring before we even took off. Before we even started rolling, he was over there snoring. And I've had several people say I should have complained, but what were we going to do? You know, I didn't.
Noise cancelling headphones. That's what they're for. And you had to take a photograph of him, really?
What if they couldn't have done anything and he heard me complaining? But I will say that it's one thing when you're beside your husband snoring, but when you are
Oh man, he's loud, isn't he?
beside someone you don't know snoring like that, it wasn't great. And I was cold. Luckily, I had my wrap with me, but I remember thinking, okay, Lisa, on the way back, you are going to get so snuggly. You are going to sleep the whole way back. It's going to be great. All of this stuff. So the one thing really cool, okay, here is the guy beside me. Here is his lunch. He got pasta and all kinds.
Why are you taking pictures of his food? And why are you taking film of him and showing it on your channel? There's a word, Lisa. I don't know if you've ever fucking heard of it. It's called etiquette. Look it up.
Kinds of stuff, and I didn't get anything. I went ahead and ate my boar's head, and this is pictures. I always think it's so cool when you're going across the country and you see the different topography of all of the different country, and just the mountains and everything else. It's just so cool to me. It's like going to a different country. Oh gosh, it even says Palm Desert. Okay, then the cool thing about the time change, because I was going back 3 hours from the East Coast to the West Coast, I landed like at 10 something in the morning. And I had already called the hotel the day before and asked them if I could check in early, if it was at all possible. And they were at capacity. Check-in is at 4. And they would have held my bags, but I thought, wouldn't it be cool if I could go to my room, drop off my bags, and change clothes and head to Rodeo Drive. I had already had my dad look it up. My dad loves maps and everything, so I'd had him look it up to see.
Why can't you fucking look it up? This is her problem. She's been enabled her entire fucking life. She's 50, what is she now? 54. And they're still fucking enabling her and treating her like a child. Oh, Daddy'll look where it is and where you have to go, and he'll write it down for you. Turn left after you walk 7 steps, and turn right when you've walked another 4. Just fucking... It can't just be me that's thinking this, can it?
how far Rodeo Drive was from where I was staying. And we had already figured out it was only like a 25-minute drive, Uber drive. So the girl said, well, I will make a note, and if there's a room available early, we'll check you in. And they had it. I loved it. So I go upstairs. The lobby, beautiful. I checked out the restaurant immediately. They had a nice restaurant in the hotel. So here is my room. When I check in, I was actually waiting for my luggage, which took forever, but that's okay. It was a nice.
I just want to punch something. You asked to get in early. You got in early. Now you're still fucking complaining.
Nice room. I had 2 queen size beds, which I kind of like, especially when I am just traveling like 1 or 2 nights, because then I don't really put my stuff in drawers or hang it. I just kind of spread it out on the other bed so I can see everything. So there it is.
Oh, it was okay. Look at the fucking size of the room for you on your own for 2 friggin' nights. Really?
And then outside of the sliding glass door, you could see the Marina Del Rey, and really pretty. One thing, oh, and this cool magazine there. One thing.
Why is that cool? What is cool about that? Are you going to start wearing fucking vests with holes in now, are you? And your jacket off your shoulder?
That kind of like put me off to begin with was it was cloudy feeling, kind of just dreary feeling, and foggy and
Oh, how very fucking dare they have weather. Oh, I guess you couldn't manifest a sunny day for yourself there, could you? What about all the people that were in the fucking storm that you haven't mentioned yet?
cloudy, and I was like, no, I don't want it to be like this when I go to Rodeo Drive, because when you think of Rodeo Drive, you just think of sunshine, palm trees, and all the things. Well, evidently that must be because of the fog and everything coming off the water. The Uber driver said that it would get sunny, and sure enough, it did. Okay, so this is something I probably should have told you already. I believe the Friday before we left, I thought to myself, I want a cool green handbag. And so I messaged the Chanel rep that I have in Palm Beach and asked her, did she have any cool green handbags? And I got that immediate little ding where she's out of office. I was like, okay, you know what meant to be. Like 5 minutes later or less, I'll have to look, my rep from Gucci in Soho messaged me that they had this bag and she thought I would like it. And I was like, as soon as I heard the ding, I was like, oh, that's the Chanel girl. She's messaging me back. She must really be there. It was about this bag. And this is called the Gucci Bee. It's a suede, but it's kind of like a velvety type suede. Here is the Gucci. Here is the strap. I believe I filmed an unboxing, so I'll put that in here too. It is made like this. It reminds me so much of some of the handbags that I used to make. I had this.
It's made like this. Made like what?
This microfiber cow print suede that was my ultimate favorite bag. I remember buying the whole entire, what do they call that? Bolt of it? I can't remember. I've lost my sewing lingo. And I remember when I quit sewing, I redid the ottoman that used to be in my family room. I had so much of that left over, but that was one of my favorite fabrics to use for sewing. And that's kind of what this reminds me of. It has a fabulous like catch here that's just a light magnet. And then it also has this inside, like a pouch, no pockets. and it's called the Gucci Bee for Gucci body, the way it just drapes your body. Amazing, amazing. This color is hard to get. I told my rep, I said, girl, you made me famous. Every time I walked in any store on Rodeo Drive, they were talking about this bag. Evidently, it was a hard color to get, and they do have this style in an even bigger bag. And she had already showed that to me before. She had sent me a little video and said it was the new It bag. And I said, well, it's still a little bit big for me. So I believe this is the medium, but I just can't express to you how fabulous this bag is. Even if you
Oh, shut up. Almost 20 minutes and we're nowhere near bloody Rodeo Drive.
don't have a lot in it, I don't want it to touch the ground over here. I'm putting it on the box. Even if you don't have a lot to put in it, it still drapes really nicely over your body. So I was super excited about that. And it packs flat because I didn't use it when I was flying. I had packed it, and so I was able to get it out. I changed jackets. I put on that nice little fringy jacket that I had just shown you in my, it was a Friday haul where I showed you some really cool Zara jackets, and kept on the same jeans, same belt, and same sneakers. But I felt like this jacket was kind of like an LA version of a faux fur. Okay, so, oh, the artwork in this hotel was really cool. So I took some pictures of the artwork. Of course, I loved this one of Mick Jagger. Here is the Andy Warhol, I believe, $. And then the restaurant there was the Cast and Plow. And I remember I took pictures of the menu to send to Christina with Mommy's Makeup and Moscato. They were coming, but Kelly could not come because there was the hurricane in Florida, and she was going on a cruise this past weekend, the next weekend, and she was worried if she traveled that the airports would get messed up and she wouldn't be able to get back. And it was for her daughter's birthday. It was a weekend cruise, so she was not able to make it. So I knew Christina was coming in late that night, and also Marnie, Miss Gold Girl, and Madison Payne, a lot of people from YouTube. So I sent that to Christina. Here I am taking an Uber to the, okay, above this picture it says Rancho Park Golf Course. That must have been where I was going by. And oh, I took a picture of the weather in Beverly Hills. 77, mostly sunny. It was beautiful. One thing I was surprised about is the
Anybody else on the verge of screaming? This is one time that I really, 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 really wished I'd had her on double speed. $20, folks. She was saying everyone told her she should have complained about the man snoring. I wouldn't be at all surprised if he puts in a complaint about you filming him.
humidity. I had to put my hair up in a ponytail, and you know I'm not a ponytail girl, which I have to say I didn't hate it. I was very glad I did it because my hair just would have gotten out of control. So he drops me off right here on Rodeo Drive, or right there at Rodeo Drive at the Louis Vuitton, and here I go. Let's see, what time was it when I got dropped off? It was 11:50. Wow, wasn't I lucky? So I knew I had the whole day by myself on Rodeo Drive. I also knew I wasn't going to try to go any further. I was going to just go up and down Rodeo Drive. I'd only been there one time, and that was at least 10 years ago. So I just wanted to take it in. I knew I would probably buy a few things. And so here I go. I think the first store I went into was Fendi. And you guys, if I'd have had one more day, I really like, my favorite way to shop is to go and look at everything, anything that grabs me immediately.
Doesn't she always say, you've said, I don't know how many times, you just like to be in and out. I don't like to be looking at everything and mooching around the shops. And now you're saying, my favourite way to shop is to look at everything.
Immediately I will get, but there are a lot of things that I think, okay, I'm going to come back. I'm going to think about that, and I'm going to come back. And then you guys know I usually always go to Chanel first because that is the hardest thing to order or get unless you're there in person. And so when I went in Fendi, I really liked the girl. I really liked the soft peekaboo. That is a nice bag. I really think I could have gotten that, but it was pricey and I only wanted to get like one handbag. And so I thought, well, I haven't been
How about you show us what the fucking soft peekaboo is? Do you think you could possibly do that?
to Chanel. I haven't been anywhere else. And I just gotten this bag, so it wasn't like I didn't have the urge as much as usual. So I left there, took the pictures of this Louis Vuitton. Everything is so gorgeous. This little sign says life is beautiful. So I took a little video of myself here to take pictures. I'm just loving it. Okay, one important part that I wanted to tell you. Notice I'm wearing my Versace sunglasses. I heard a girl call these indoor-outdoor sunglasses, and that is so perfect. These, and I have another pair of Gucci's. I have a pair of Key, my favorite sunglasses that are black. They were the Paris Hilton collab. Most of the ones that I have they were limited editions and they're not sold anymore. But when you are shopping in a place like this, it is great to have a pair of sunglasses like this because the first time I went to Rodeo Drive, I had just bought a pair of Victoria Beckham aviators. That was when those first.
Oh, we're going to hear the fucking story about you not putting them back in the thing properly and shoving them in your bag without thinking and scratching them. That was your fault.
Came on the scene. And what I was doing was wearing them outside, and then I would take them off, fold them up, and just lightly stick them in my purse. And they got so scratched. And I do really think they got scratched easier because I've done that so many times, you guys. I have done that so probably 100 times, and no glasses have ever scratched like that. But it has always stuck with me. And I love having a pair of sunglasses that you can see your eyes through. That way you never have to take them off. And I got so many compliments on those sunglasses. If you want something similar that is still available and the similar look, it's the Key. And I will link those down below, the pink ones. I love those. So I loved wearing those sunglasses because I did not have to take them off. Here it is, just the whole street. You guys know I am a car lover. I have always loved cars. And so many Lamborghinis, Bentleys. I will say there was those obnoxious ones that were so loud and had to race and all that stuff. Like the Lamborghinis would be like bright green, bright purple, but just still a lot of beautiful cars that I don't see here in Wilmington. And just really nice couples. I think because it was a Tuesday. Yeah, it was kind of quiet. And here's this really cool gold lion. Very, very my style, kind of over the top. Here's one of my first really good experiences there, shopping experiences. It was at Valentino. I went in there looking for a pair of green Valentino heels I saw someone wear at LTK, and I have not.
See, she never goes in and looks and thinks, oh, I like the look of that. She always goes looking for something that she saw on somebody else.
Not been able to find those shoes. I think she must have got them limited edition or something. So I went in Valentino, instantly connected with one of the sales associates. They had Diet Coke, so she got me a Diet Coke, and we proceeded.
Really? You just love the sitting on the seat with them bringing you things shite, don't you? And who are you getting to photograph you? Fuck's sake.
To try on some shoes. Now, I went against my rule with one pair of shoes I got that I'm going to show you, but I have really gotten where I appreciate Dolce Vita, Sam Edelman, Steve Madden, Walmart, all of the less expensive shoes, especially if there's some kind of heel or something that I know I can't wear a long time. And I've kind of shifted to designer sneakers and designer flip-flops, all those things that I know I can wear a lot and I can wear a long time. So I tried on these little sparkly Valentinos, And though I liked them, I was like, are these really me? They didn't, it's like I really liked them, but I wasn't sure. So she ended up taking me upstairs in the like private little
She ended up taking me upstairs and locking me in the closet.
dressing room. Look at this. Valentino is known for their red. Their red is just magnificent. And then I was taking pictures from upstairs because it was so pretty with the palm trees. Their pink is also very well known. And she brought some things out for me like the ready to wear, but I am pretty good about with ready to wear, getting blazers, cardigans, t-shirts, things I can wear a lot. So at this point in my life, I'm not going to probably buy a skirt or a dress or something that's that much money unless it were a very, very special occasion, but I didn't end up getting anything there. Then I went to YSL. I still have this bag on my mind. Let me know down below if you think I should get this bag. I saw a lady on the
No.
sidewalk. It was her and her husband, and they were looking in the window at Harry Winston. And I asked her, did she enjoy that bag? And she said she really did. And she had it fastened where it's not so big. This also has like a pouch inside of it. So this was something else I thought I might come back and get this, but I didn't. Look at this picture of Gucci. I'm going to see if I can get this blown up. My last pictures I took at Rodeo Drive, I tried to get those blown up and put on like the metal, photos that you can hang up, but the quality wasn't as good. But hopefully with this iPhone, it will be. Here's Cartier with the big leopard on the side. Here's the big pink panther. Not a big pink panther.
Can I just say, Lisa, your photography skills are shit.
But a big Pink Panther. I guess you have to be my generation to remember Pink Panther. Here I am at Chanel. Now, I sent this picture to Sheila because that's where we parked, and that was my first store. Sheila Fajl, my friend, that's the first store that I went in on Rodeo Drive. And I remember she bought a denim bag there, and so I sent that there to her. And this is the first time I haven't been able to go into Chanel. A lot of people ask me about the whole Bethany Frankel, like reel that she did where she wasn't allowed in Chanel. And I've never had that experience where I couldn't come in. I have had to go in, put my name on a list, and wait for the next available sales associate. So when I got there and they wouldn't let me in, I immediately thought, wow. But he said that they just wanted to wait till there was a sales associate. Could I come back at 1:30? And it was 12:52. Okay, yeah. And so I thought, okay, I can come back. So I went to Gucci and I went upstairs. Now I looked at all the different bags and they told me about my bag, how it was one of 50, I think they said, why it was named Gucci B, which you guys know I eat that stuff up. And we went upstairs and it looked so different. And they said they had a new director. No, he used to be with Gucci. And now he's at Valentino. And then there's a new director. So there wasn't as much like home decor and everything in there. And anyway, bottom line, I ended up trying on several things. I told her that I loved Gucci blazers. They're my favorite. And let me get what I got and show you. Okay, so I got a new blazer. When I put it on, it was magic. I love it. I don't know if you can see that it's actually like a dark, dark blue denim and beige. And they didn't have this one just hanging out there. They had another little short jacket with a matching skirt. Oh my goodness. One day I will be able to just get several little outfits like that because I loved it. But she ended up having the blazer, and there are...
Oh, one day I'll be able to get... If you stopped buying what you don't need and saved up for the suit that you want, you could get the fucking suit. Instead of the 9 million pairs of jeans you've got in your closet that you don't wear, the umpteen pairs of trainers, shoes, flip-flops, 9 million blazers you've got in that cupboard that you don't wear.
matching pants. But the blazer, when I put it on with my denim and my sneakers, it just spoke to me. So this is I think this is my biggest purchase there, was this Gucci blazer. And then one note I want to make is I like my blazers oversized. So I just looked, and that is a 42. She brought out the 40 first, and I think that's supposed to be a 6. But that blazer is a little bit more fitted than some of my others. So I got the 42, just to tell you. So, okay, so here I had put down my purse and my jacket, and I just thought it was so pretty. I thought it was such a vibe. And then I took some pictures. Oh my gosh, I am a scrunchie girl because I think scrunchies hit it big in the 90s. And when I used to waitress, we always wore scrunchies, and I would match my bow tie or whatever I was wearing. And there was this girl that used to sew them and come in and sell them to us. I had a huge bag of scrunchies. And so now that scrunchies have kind of come back, I considered getting a Gucci scrunchie. And I kind of wish I did, but I didn't. I told her I was coming back because I was early. And okay, here's the other Gucci B bags. I do love that
Looks
tan,
filthy.
the saddle color, gorgeous. And I always, always love the classic Gucci print. Okay, then I went back to Chanel. I got a really nice sales associate there, and I wanted to look at the belt bags. So here are the belt bags. I have to say that gray one tempted me. There was something about the way it kind of just blended in with the denim, the jeans I had on, but I wasn't feeling it all the way.
Wasn't.
They also had a Diet Coke. They always ask you, would you like some water? And I always say, do you have a Diet Coke? And yeah. So I do drink water too.
Pardon me. Why do you make such a big deal out of getting a Diet Coke? I don't understand. It's not like you're snorting Coke. Why do you make such a big deal out of it?
I usually you get dehydrated when you're out of town. So even on the plane, I drink the water there. I talk about drinking Diet Coke, but I do drink water because I've heard people say that I don't drink water. Okay, I did go in Hermes because I wanted to see if they had those Oran sandals in the fuzzy. They didn't have them yet. The guy that I worked with was so nice. He was so nice. They actually offered me 2 bags that I had never seen before. And I
I thought you weren't going back to them anymore.
just wasn't interested. But I asked him, could I take a picture of this Birkin? Because a lot of those boutiques are very funny about taking pictures in there. But look at this Birkin with the fringe. Fabulous, fabulous. Okay, then I went to Louis Vuitton. Here I am drinking water. And then, okay, did I not take any other pictures in Louis Vuitton? I must have been freaked out. Okay, so let me show you what I got. I saw these online. One day I was looking, I don't know why I was on the Louis Vuitton website, but I saw these there. And it's these boots, and they just, to me, wrap me up in a nutshell. First of all, black boots. I love that they're a little bit moto looking. They're a little bit retro looking. I love that they zip up instead of having to squeeze your foot into some elastic and then your foot gets swollen and you cannot get them off. I will panic. If clothes or a shoe do not come off of me, I will freak out. So I'm really funny about that.
You panic if you can't get your shoe off, really.
Here is the bag with the Louis Vuitton, and I had to have them. They were on a mannequin.
I had to have them.
We had to take them off of her. I had the best little sales associate. I looked at, it's a bag, they didn't have it except for in eelskin, but there is a Louis Vuitton bag that I really, really like. And I believe it's called, I can't remember what it's called. I will put the name down here and a picture, but that's on my list too. And it's funny because she was very, very edgy. She was young, black hair, slicked back, kind of like with a gel, extreme eyebrows, and very, very edgy. Not your typical Louis Vuitton look. And it was her favorite bag. And it's very proper looking. So I was surprised with that. Then I went to Prada.
Do you think maybe she was saying it was her favourite bag so that you'd buy it?
And had a really nice guy named Mark help me there. And I ended up getting, hold on. and I ended up getting these. I wore them yesterday out for a little bit. Now this is a bit of an experiment. I have always wanted to try the Prada loafers, and they're always like too clunky on me. I tried the flat ones. They weren't substantial enough with the jeans I had on. And then when I tried on these, they weren't quite as bold and as clunky. They're very comfortable, and I thought these would look so good with jeans and a big sweatshirt or a big faux fur. And I'm always looking for shoes like this when I go out of town to be able to walk in for 3 to 4 to 5 hours and to go to events and things like that. So I will have to let you know how I end up feeling about these. And I did get what size did I get? I'll put all the sizes down below. So I ended up getting those, and then it was time to get back to the hotel. Christina was there. It was 4:51. Called an Uber. I actually did go back to Valentino, and I wanted a bag, but they couldn't sell it to me until the 15th, and they wanted me to put a deposit down. And you guys, I am so funny about an experience. Like, I wanted the bag then. And then once they told me, well, we can call you back, we can bring it to your hotel, it's like, no, you ruined it. You know what I mean? I just didn't. I don't know if I'll still end up getting it, but it's a really cool bag. I'll list it down below if it's available.
No, you ruined it. Really. Such a fucking petulant toddler.
Yet, really cool. So I headed back. I ended up meeting Christina and Marnie, Miss Gold Girl, for dinner that night at that hotel restaurant. I got scallops, and I did not take a picture of my burger. It was not that great, but that's okay. And
why are you whispering? And why have you even bothered telling us it wasn't that good if it doesn't matter? Don't mention it.
then the next day, I got up, I wore my Veronica Beard suit. Best money ever spent. If you are even thinking about it, get it. With that said, I still want to get the navy blue one, but someone told me that Quince has something similar, so let me order that first. They're not going to be the same, but let me order the Quince one. But I love those suits. Timeless, fabulous, love it. I wore that Walmart bow blouse. I'm wearing that same lip combo. I'll put it down below that I told you about in my unboxing video. I ate breakfast by myself that morning, and then I met the girls down in the lobby, and we headed off to the event. We checked in outside. Here is the big Google building. Everyone that works there gets to bring their dogs. Let's see, here's Christina checking in. We saw...
That must be bedlam. Everyone who works at Google gets to bring their dog. Do they? Is that? Who's rewarded? You didn't give me time enough to read it. I don't know what that was. I got a reward from something. Who knows what? I hope they have doggy daycare in Google, or do they just have all these dogs running riot? No, that must be madness.
Madison out there. Here's Marnie and I. We did not get a picture. I did not get a lot of pictures. I should have gotten more pictures of like different people, but it was kind of like, I don't know, it was so much fun, and we were having so much fun talking, because when I go to LTK Con, the style conference, it's mostly Instagrammers. Here we were in our element. You guys know YouTube will always be my first love. This is where I belong. This is where I'm going to stay. And so it was kind of like, wow, we're, I hate to say appreciated, but we're acknowledged here, because at LTK, we're not even acknowledged. Nobody even mentions YouTube. So here's Marnie and I. I'm wearing my Prada sneakers, my Chanel Division.
Them shoes look shit with those trousers, I'm sorry. And why can't you get proper trousers? You have jeans that are dragging the ground, and then you have a suit and the trousers are short. I don't understand.
They had these shakes for us. Erewhon. Okay, I'm so lame. That was something special that I didn't know about. All this food for us. The PR, you guys. I have it all here. We can't even go through it. It was that big bag right there was full. I'll put a picture in here. I didn't even get like the pots, the pans, the blankets, all of the things. All these companies were giving us PR because they want us to get their stuff. Like, you'll see how it works out. They want us to get their stuff, try it, and be able to tell you guys about it. So BK
We know how PR works. It's the same as the PR you're sent to your house, but you don't treat it the same way.
Beauty, Lisa was supposed to be there, Lisa J. Her flight got messed up, but her brushes were given in the set. All of this food, of course, I did not eat. This artist, I enjoyed talking to him so much. Isn't that cool to make a hairdryer have wings? It reminded me of when I went to, Mexico, Santa Fe, and I went to Meow Wolf. That's what this reminded me of. Just that, like, was painting eyes on the leaves and everything. So they gave us a list and we picked what we wanted. And then we went to Sephora. Here I am. We got to pick 2 boxes out of one of those big boxes. And this is hilarious. Watch me. I open the lid and I take that thing out. And she has to come over to me and say, no, you don't do that. You're supposed to put your hand through the top of it. That is just so classic, something I would do. And then you give it to the girl and
Every day you think she can't surprise you anymore. But there she goes.
she gave us 2 little gifts. Then we got our picture taken by a photographer. I'm trying to hurry it up. This is a picture of when I looked up into the ceiling. It was just so cool. It looked like Noah's Ark. It was just so cool. This is in Playa Vista. And then, then we go to the conference. Here's our schedule. And what it is the
Sephora, Newegg and Trends, lunch, filming workshop, ask an exec, share back shorts, gift bag pickup.
Madison Payne was a speaker, I was so proud of her. She did so good, so good. And what it is different influencer. Like one guy beside her does sneakers, another guy does different, he reviews like different popular things. Like I think one thing was where he was reviewing a chair, and then there was another girl that reviews fragrances. And so they were giving like some of their video tips and everything. And then we had the companies, we had to split in 2 groups. We had the companies show us what they're featuring for Christmas for the holiday house. They gave us a gift card, lots of information. And then for lunch, I could not believe it. Both groups, it was 2 groups, met outside. They have a cafeteria on site. They had chicken and beef that I was able to eat. Couldn't believe it. So that was really good. And then we went back in for the rest of the day. And then I don't know if you guys saw my short that I posted on YouTube. Well, that was part of the workshop. They wanted each of us to do a short with something there from the brands that were featured. And Quince was one of the brands. So I featured their Moto jacket. And so I ended up posting it. Then that night we had a mix and mingle at the Google little headquarters. Oh my gosh, I'll put the pictures in here. And that night I had some charcuterie, but Christina and I had Ubered back to the hotel because we had so much PR that I was not going to carry that around. And my toes were killing me because I wore my Prada sneakers with no socks. And for some reason, it was pulling up on my big toe. I always have problems. And so I went back and put socks on. So by the time we got back for the mix and mingle, I did meet the reps from Revolve, the new Bobbi Brown Jones Road Beauty. So we got to meet lots of reps from different companies. And then we went back to the hotel. We all went back to our rooms, tried to pack everything up. And I got to the airport the next day very early, so early that they would not check my luggage. The reason I did that is my flight had to board, I believe, at 1:30, and you have to check out 11, and I didn't have time to go anywhere. So I got there really early. Then I checked in. I finally found a place that served a breakfast, waited a few hours.
I didn't have time to go anywhere.
And then I ordered a pizza from one of those cool places where you order it on your phone or on the app. No, on your phone, and then they put it in a locker. and I just ate some of the top of it. It was basically boredom. Here is my flight outfit. It is this sweatshirt that I got. We got this sweatshirt that I've got on, which is a medium, and then this is a large. You guys, the softest, most cuddly sweatshirt I have ever worn. And I was thinking, I'm going to be so cuddly and warm. I didn't even care that this looked terrible. I didn't match. So these are the Care Tucker pants with my Gucci sneakers, my Chanel bag, and I put on this little silky Zara top and this sweatshirt because I did not want to be cold. And I just had these visions of putting this over my head and snuggling up with my J. Crew throw and sleeping the whole way back. Wrong. It was not the same kind of plane. It was a regular plane that doesn't lay back flat. And I'll be honest with you, it was hot. It was not cold like the other one was, probably because it was later in the day, but
Wine, 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 wine.
this sweatshirt is probably the softest, most cuddly sweatshirt I have ever worn. And I'm so glad I wore this one today instead because I don't like the medium. I'm real sensitive to this feeling, and the medium gives me this feeling. However, I have seen people.
I've got this feeling. Have you ever thought somebody might just be listening to what you're saying and not actually looking at you? Why can't you say, I don't like tight necks?
Cut these like right on the seam, and that might help. But this one is, they're both 60 cotton, 40 polyester. Let me make sure, but I looked at both of them to make sure they were the same fabric. So you could get either one. No, 70 cotton, 30 polyester. This one, my favorite one, is from Hollister. No, Abercrombie. About the same thing, isn't it? This is the Abercrombie and Fitch
Not if you're going into the shop looking for it, it's not.
size large. This is, if you're my size, this is what that one was. This is what you should get. This one is a medium and I don't like it as much. I want to get like every color. It is so good. These look so good too under a faux fur or a moto, and then put your hood out. If you're just someone who lives in hoodies, you have to try this. It would be such a great Christmas gift for a teenager or anyone in your family, and it comes with the pants. So I am going to get more. I love it. I was so cuddly, I felt snuggly-licious on the way back. I had some other Bombas socks on that are higher up, but I still like my other ones better, but Bombas socks are my favorite. And then
Compared to what? You haven't worn enough socks to know.
okay, here is my meal on the way back. They did offer a charcuterie tray on this flight for some reason. So I ate, the ham was so good, the prosciutto and the cheese and the eggs. I asked the guy beside me, did he want my brownie? Because he was tearing his food up. But he said no, and he looked at me like I was nuts. So, and then, I watched a little bit of TV. And then John and Will picked me up. Here we are flying into Wilmington. John and Will picked me up at I think it was 11:45 at night, and we got home about 12:30. So that is it. And here is Sassy loving me unpacking my suitcase. So thank you guys so much for being here with me. Things aren't fun if you don't have someone to share it with. And I met.
Oh, fuck off. You're not sharing anything, you're bragging.
So many other YouTubers that are subscribers of mine, and now I'm subscribers of theirs. It was just fabulous. One of my best trips. My dad said, 2 nights? Why didn't you stay one more day? I wish I would have taken his advice. I would have loved to have stayed that next day and gone back to Rodeo, because that's not an easy flight. I don't see myself just flying out there for no reason. I'll go next year. But anyway, so tell me what your favorite thing was, and
Tell me what your favourite thing was that I did or I ate or I bought. Really?
I think that's it. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.
Thank the Lord we got to the end. Woo! And I slid down again. If you got this far with me, thank you very much, and I will catch you in the next one.